Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Nikita Devre. I'm a digital marketing executive at Crave Infotech. Before we getting started, I'm going to go through some housekeeping to ensure you can interact with myself and the speaker. Firstly, if you wish to ask any question to presenter, we have Q&A section and chat feature enabled. You can also click on the raise hand icon on your screen if you would like to ask any question. We will also be launching a poll question in today's webinar. We invite you to participate by selecting your responses when they appear on your screen. We will have Q&A session at the end of webinar to answer your questions. Now I would like to welcome Murli and Nikhil. We are glad you could be here today to share your insights on webinar, Enhance Your Warehouse through Effective Warehouse Automation and RFID. Murli is a Sales and Operation Director for Crave Operations in India. During his 20 plus years of industry serving, he has handled and executed multiple automation projects for pharma, manufacturing, engineering, and IT industries. At present, he is working closely with various warehouse automation projects in India. We also have Nikhil with us. He is EWM consultant at Crave Infotech with 8 plus years of industry experience. He has handled many automation projects for warehouse with different industries. Now, without further ado, I would hand over to Murli to start the presentation. Over to you, Murli.
Thank you so much, Nikita, and welcome you all uh, in today's webinar and presentation. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening wherever you are, because people are joining from different time zones in today's webinar. So, in fact, before uh, taking you through today's application demo and briefing about the Crave solution, I just wanted to take the opportunity to take you through quickly the brief about the Crave Infotech, who we are, what we do, our services and solutions. I'll not take more time, but I just thought it is really good for you also to know who we are and what all our offerings at marketplace. So we are 13 years old organization. Right from our inception in 2007, we are working closely with SAP, and today we have all three is build, sale, and service partnerships with SAP globally. In 2014, we reached increase our presence globally. In 15, we participated in Pinnacle Award of SAP. In 2016, we launched all our pre-packaged digital solutions. In 2018, we participated and won SAP ACE Award. And in 2021, we also today working as SAP's global BTP implementation partner. So this is just short journey along with along with SAP. But other than SAP, in SAP, as I mentioned, we are working with them for SAP Intelligent Enterprise Services in ECC, S4 implementations, migrations, customizations, and support services. But along with that, we also work in SAP Cloud Platform, BTP, Business Technology Platform. So these are the um, and also RPA, IRPA. So these are the activities with SAP, but along with that, we have our own pre-packaged solutions. We have 40 plus pre-packaged solutions. So when we talked about any digital transformation solution, normally, and this slide is very important for you, because what we have observed when we talk about all end users organization like yours, when they try to have a solution and they try to build, so normally more than 70% cases the organization fail, only fewer than 30%, and this is the global data from McKinsey and Systems. So more than only lower than 30% of the organization they succeed. That is mainly because of when you try to develop low ROI, high deployment cost and time, then it is always difficult to upgrade because its own solution. Very high cost of maintenance, high downtime, and deprioritization of resources from core business functions. So the only actual beneficial way is to buy the solution, because you, when you buy the solution from organization like Crave, you enjoy 70% lower of total cost of ownership. See, uh, CTO, cost of ownership, and reduce deployment time up to 80%. Then we of course come up with the latest industry standards. We also try, based on the industry requirement, we fulfill all the compliances, whether it is pharma industry or food processing industry. So these are the advantages when you work with a digital solution partner. And why I have just tried to mention over here about the Crave Infotech success, why we are simply the best. We have 15 plus years of SAP experience, 50 plus prepackaged solutions, 50 plus large enterprise customers served globally successfully, and the required team size for these niche activities. And at right hand side, you will see the partnerships, the certifications, the award of Crave Infotech. Today we are serving pharma industry, life science, oil and gas, utility, chemical, manufacturing, engineering with our all solutions. And this is the focused portfolio. Intelligent asset management, we have complete portfolio over there for the maintenance. Warehouse management, and we'll discuss more today about that. Then supply chain, in along with warehouse, we also have vendor side automation, truck latency, and certain solutions in supply chain. E-logbook is another focus area, and I discussed about intelligent enterprise solutions and services with SAP. So we are a unique combination of products and services. This warehouse management, SCM portfolio, asset management, these are certain products we have, 40 plus solutions, and we also are in services. So we do Fiori enablement, we do BTP enablement, SMP to SCP migrations, all those services we provide in services portfolio. So just with a minute, I will just brief about these 40 plus prepackaged solutions, and you will find we are touching almost every functionality of the organization, whether it is asset management, supply chain, dashboards for key management people, the approvals platform when business on the go, product life cycle management, order to cash, here the customer side automation like Salesforce automation or digital customer network, and HR, I mean human capital management, in which employee performance, IT declaration, and certain automations. So these are all solutions available on SAP App Center. It also only does not mean that we work only for SAP customers. We work with non-SAP customers also for the entire digital automation processes. So this is today's agenda. We'll be briefing you about the solution. We'll be showing the demonstrating the application, followed by question and answer session. And then we also run the question poll in between so that we can connect one-to-one with you people. So coming to trends and drivers of warehousing, these are all certain the problem statements or the challenges at marketplace we have tried to mention, and I'm sure you all are observing it day to day. So labor shortages and rising customer expectations, especially post pandemic. The warehouse is now one of the most critical part of business. It is a focus area of one of the three focus areas of organizations today. So warehouse operatives have become recognized as key workers. And obviously, because warehouses are more busier than ever, and when it comes to food products, pharmaceuticals, and essential household goods, okay, the need of timely delivery, timely logistics, and timely warehouse management has become very critical part of the organizations. So Again, the common challenges when I was discussing redundant procedure with time consuming labor task, and we observe it every day, inaccuracy and inefficiency in handling inventory because of manual process, because lots of paperwork is there still. Difficult to manage stocking and picking orders with the diverse product portfolio, and we know that if you have number of SKUs and number of line items, and it is difficult to manage the stocking and picking. High labor cost leading to increase the bottom line. So, decreasing the bottom line, increasing the cost of bottom line, pressure on bottom line. So these are the again common challenges when it comes to technology of warehouse management. So SAP console, text console, ITS mobile, these are phasing out. Windows mobile is phasing out. 3G wireless technology is phasing out. So in such a scenario, it is becoming very difficult to manage the warehouse with the mere manual processes. Again, the customer expectations outside the warehouse demand more. So pressure is increasing inside the warehouse to process more. Order volume is at all-time high, and we all know because of post-pandemic situation, there is a sudden surge, and now all pressures are all on warehouses. So tracking, visibility, accurate inventory, and profitable omnichannels. These are the critical, or rather I will say crucial points when we talk about the complete warehouse management. Creating profitable omnichannel operation is critical. Accurate inventory has become vital. Okay, instance access is important, required, availability to tracking, and complete visibility from order placement to delivery. So we need that all things in place, and that can happen only with a right warehouse management solution. So what we need: fit to application, lowest TCO, and best in class. These are the three requirements of when we talk about any digital solution for warehouse management. So we discussed about the problem statement at marketplace. Again, we tried to mention over here there are always and iteration in warehouse is very high. So new recruit is continuously coming. Training them is again become very challenging. So operative self-isolation, existing staff go to a person like shift. I mean, managing the shift with the people in a warehouse management is again one of the challenging aspect, and long-term cost cut. So what is the solution? So what we need is innovative hardware and software solution, which will talk about with combining the real-time and historic data, create complete picture and intelligent insight for your customers. It should track not only what, but where, when, what conditions, everything need to be at your fingertip. Real time and unattended is the goal, and providing insight, not just the data. This is the requirement of today's warehouse solution, warehouse management. So customers aim to continuously improve productivity by gaining greater visibility to their critical assets. So better information, better decisions, and better outcomes is the expectations. With this data capture solutions, these are certain points we have tried to show over here. Where all we capture the data, where it is QR code or RFID solutions, where all those places in warehouse where we need the data capture solutions, whether it is the backroom shipping and receiving, dock door, picking area, IT area, and so on. So these two diagrams talk about which all are the points where you need to have the right DCS, data capturing solution, in place. So coming to intelligent warehouse management, this is one of the diagram popular by Zebra Warehouse Management. Zebra, as we all know, it is a leading web mobile computing devices manufacturer, and we are associated with SAP as well as Zebra. We are ISV as well as reseller of Zebra, and all our solutions are validated and tested by Zebra. So this diagram here we can see, normally these are the three circles. In inner circle, sense, what we do is barcode, variable and voice, sensors, locating, intelligent automation. In next circle, what we do is worker driven transaction data, sensor driven real time data, and next circle, it is a optimization, optimize use of mobility, targeted use of real time visibility, and so on. So we have just taken it from Zebra's uh, presentation. So coming back to why Crave Intelligent Warehouse, what are the benefits? As I mentioned, the deployment, I mean, with latest technology, Android devices, um, we already have 56 plus warehouse processes are available out of box in our solution. Flexible and configurable integration with SAP backend, quick UI transaction, UI transition through dynamic UI configurator, and transition in just 5 weeks. So of course, it depends on what standardization you are using in your warehouse management system. We say that our application is 60 to 70% ready to go, but 30% is the customization scope, depending on the industry, depending on the respective organizational customized requirements. So 100% paperless processes, what we um, provide, up to 80% of reduction in total cost of ownership, TCO, more than 35% lower warehouse operating cost, and 15% less labor cost per unit handled. And this is something these percentage are derived from our success stories. I'll come to that quickly, to the success story. Just I just wanted to cover what all our end-to-end warehouse ERP solution provides you. So it easily integrates with your backend ERP. It has all needful, we come up with all hardware as well as software for the complete mobile solution, and we integrate it with your ERP. Some of the unique features are barcode, QR code, RFID enablement, forklifting integration, indoor routing, indoor mapping, and geofencing. So these are all futuristic point of view design solutions. Voice activated order picking, then hands-free picking using wearable Android, mobile computing devices, and finger scanner. So all those are covered in the intelligent warehouse solution by Crave Infotech. This is just one success story we wanted to uh, brief over here. We have worked for various organizations, and one of the success story we have mentioned, and all these percentages mentioned over here are, as I mentioned, derived from their uh, results. So with this, I invite Nikhil, who will be taking through the complete solution, and also he'll be demonstrating the application. So over to you, Nikhil.
Thank you, Murli. Thanks a lot. So, yes, I'm sharing my screen. Yo, so my screen is visible to all. Just confirm me once.
Yeah, Nikhil, we can see your screen.
Yes. So as Murli said, we are already having 40 application in place which are integrated with the SAP. So we are building this application on the SAP FLP. So today currently I'm talking about the warehouse management thing. So when we are talking about the warehouse management thing, our application is mainly divided into 4 parts. So we have taken these 4 parts, uh, examine the various warehouse by taking their regular practices, where what issues they are facing, what current practices they are using. So it is come to know that in each warehouse there are inbound, outbound, physical inventory, and internal process movements are there. So that's why we have divided our application in basic these 4 major parts, that inbound, outbound, physical inventory, and internal transfer. So when we are talking about these products, that our product is basically integrated with the SAP. It can be integrated with the ECC also, which is a IAM based solution, and we can integrate with warehouse management also, no issue. So that's not it only for SAP. Yes, we can integrate with it, any ERP which we are having. So we are just taking the data from the ERP and do the transition on the fingertips and posting the transition through the fingertips only. And all this transition should be offline mode available and online mode also available. So in some industries there is some network coverage issue, then we will go for the offline mode also. But yes, okay, I'll take you to the application first. In this application, as I said, we have divided this in inbound, outbound processes, internal process, and physical inventory. In that inbound application, the first major thing which for inbound, which we have used as a inbound against purchase order. So whenever we are taking a material inside a warehouse with the help of through in the warehouse by posting the Migo transition, then first of all we have to take the label printout. That is a challenge. Means in more of the industries we see that some end users are manually typing the labels and taking the printout. So what we have taken this print transition through our application. So I will take you through this first print transition. Once you execute the Migo from the SAP GUI system. That's it. You no need to take that system in the hand for posting of any other transition after the inverting of the process. Okay. So for print of the particular material label, once you executed the GRN, that GRN will directly reflect in this application level. This application we can build on the FLP also. That means it's a Windows based, and we can build it on the Android base also. So as we have said that we are a partner with the Zebra, they are providing the rigid devices to use in the warehouse, as each one of you the knows that yes, that devices may be Android based also, Windows based also. So we build our application Windows based as well as Android based, so that warehouse user can take that mobile devices in hand and move in the warehouse and execute the transition at that own place and post it from that place only. There is no need to touch the system to sit on the desktop and to execute the transition. So yes, coming to the point, coming to the print transition, the print transition we have developed to take the label printout of that particular GRN materials what are available in that particular GRN. So once you executed the Migo, the transition will reflect directly here. You just have to open that transition. We have considering here 3 label sizes. As the 3 label sizes are, we have taken in considering, these label sizes are designed as per the pastable area available on the material. So when we are selecting the large material size, so this is the same material label which we will get. Whatever data it is reflecting on the label, that is a material number, supply material detail, supplier number, purchase order number, created by, requested quantity. All these details are configurable. Yes, we can configure as per your requirement. Okay. So the data available on each label is different. As I said, it is considering the label size and the pastable area. Okay. Once we selected the label size, we just have to give the printout. The printout will itself come from this device. Once the printout is given, the application transition will be removed from this print transition. Means whatever you are seeing in the print transition, that is only the pendency. Okay. Once the printout is given, that That means we have taken the printout, we have pasted that printout on the box, and we just have to move that box in the warehouse to that particular location. In SAP, we are saying as a storage location or a bin location. Now we are considering it when we are computing the GRN, our material is in GR open area. For example, we will call it as a GR open area. So from we just want to move that material from GR open area to the destination bin. So how we will do that? This is the movement. We will call it as a put away. Once the print transition is there, once the label is pasted on that particular box, we just have to open the transition. Okay. Now we have to scan that particular material, whatever the label we have pasted on that particular box. We have to scan that box. We have to scan that QR code. And one more thing before going forward, I'll clear this one more thing. This application I'm demoing is QR code based. So we can go with the barcode base also, we can go with the QR code base also, we can go with the RFID base also. But RFID thing we are not demoing currently. If you want the demo for the RFID, that our sales team will connect you separately for that. Okay, so for a barcode kind of thing, for put away transition, we have to scan that particular label. So once we scan that label, okay, I'm scanning the label. Once the label is scanned, the system will ask the destination bin where you want to keep it. So you just have to scan that destination bin also. When the destination bin is scanned, okay, so you just have to click the put away button. That a transfer order number will be generated, and the same transition will be posted at the back end also. Means whatever we are transition doing in front end in our devices, Android based devices or web based devices, that the same transition will be posted automatically on the background also. Okay, so this once the material reach to the bin, so we will see the other inbound processes such as issue against reservation, issue against order. When some issue against in this issue against reservation, we have considering three movement types, that 201, 221 and 241. And 261 also. But yes, as per your requirement, we can design any movement type. We can consider any movement type for the development. No issue. So these three movement types are basically used in all other industries. So that's why we have considering that three movement types. Once the reservation from any department will be created against these movement types, will be directly reflecting to this application. There is no need to touch the system. You just have to take your device, open that issue against reservation. You will get to know all these reservations over here. And for filtering option, we have given a pretty simple filtering option, that ascending, descending, with the material, with the date also. Okay, so once the reservation is open, the user just need to know where the material is kept. For this functionality, we have given a bin button functionality over here, that it will show that a particular material is kept at which place. User just have to go to that place. Once he reach to that place, he just have to, again same process, he just have to scan the particular material. Once you scan that material, system will give a pop-up telling that available quantity is this, required quantity, and this is the actual quantity which is available in our stock. So system will give that the available quantity, required quantity. So whatever quantity you want to issue, you just have to type it manually. This is the additional. Okay, so once the quantity is given, you have to scan the bin location also, from where you want to take it. Okay, you will scan it. Okay, and system will give the information pop-up. That is not mandatory, but yes, we have taken it just for information pop-up, that whatever you have entered is correct or not. So once it is okay, this is an item text. You want to type, if you want to type anything, yes, it will save in the background. You will get this data in the reports. Okay, that's it. You just have to take the two scan. One is the material scan, other the bin scan. You just have to click the issue button. Once the issue button is clicked, the material document number and transfer order number will be created from the device itself, and all the postings are done in the background. That means this application, whatever we are doing, are linked, are integrated with the your backend ERP. So yes, as a issue against reservation, I'll take you through return against reservation. If some return against reservation comes, then same process we have to carry it out. We just have to scan that particular material. And one more checkpoint is here. If I'm scanning the right material, then only system will take. If I scanned wrong material, actually I'm typing here because I'm demoing from the laptop. Okay, so if I scan the wrong material, system is not allowed me to do so. So user just need to scan the right material over here. Once the user scans the right material, yes, the available quantity displayed by the system and the required quantity also displayed by the system. If I mention the required quantity, which is more than the available quantity, the system will give the, okay, system will take it. And also we have to select the bin for this, from where we have to do it. Okay, and just we have to click the return button. That's it. The material will be posted. So these are the inbound process. So inbound process, first we have taken that inbound against the purchase order, inbound against the reservation, inbound against order. Yes, we have also taken the inbound against order. The process is same. We just have to scan the particular material. Here also in each transition, we have given this bin button functionality to know the destination bin, means where that material is kept. To know the destination bin of that particular material. Actually, whatever term I am using, bin, destination bin, all are related to warehouse management. But yes, as I said, we can integrate this application with warehouse management also, with IAM-based solution also. When it is come to IAM-based solution, we will take it as a storage location. Yes. So these are inbound and outbound processes. Now I will take you through some internal processes which are day to day required in the plant on the warehouse location, wherever you can say. So bin transfer is a activity from, if we want to transfer a material from one bin to another bin. So what is the, in currently what we are doing, we are taking that material from one bin to another bin, and we execute some transition in warehouse management. We execute some transition and do it to posting from the GUI devices. So it is not required. You just have to scan the material and the destination bin. Just I will show you. When we open this transition, we just have to scan the particular material. Once the material is scanned, system will fetch this transfer quantity and the storage type, all these things. And from which bin it has already scanned, the system will take it. You just have to give the destination bin where you want to keep that material. So once the destination bin you have scanned, you just have to click the transfer button. The transfer order is generated at the same time. So this one is a bin to bin transition. For one more, in this bin to bin transition, we have taken one more movement type, that is material to material. That is in day to day life, we are saying it as a code to code transfer. So 309 movement type, we have also taken it in account. So when we want to do the code to code transfer, we just have to take that 309 movement type, click which are already available. We just have to scan that material. Once the material is scanned, here we have given a selection variant where we have to select manually for that particular movement type. Oh, sorry, for that particular material. We have to give that material type which we want to transfer, and we have to give the description. The system will fetch the material list which is available in the system, which is available in the warehouse. So once the list is available, you just have to simply click that list, and we have to give the destination bin where we want to keep that material. Once the destination bin is scanned, we simply need to click the transfer button. That's why the material document number and transfer number. So we have gone through many of the transition. It is I'm telling this thing, actually we are running this application, one of the largest pharmaceutical company in the engineering space. Actually each one of the, you know, as RM store and FG store are well maintained, and they are very easy to manage through application also and GUI also. But yes, we are using this application currently in one of the largest pharmaceutical company in the engineering stores. We are managing each and everything. We are going on micro level management. So yes, we are smoothly managing things through this application. And this application is user friendly. Yes, new joinees, anyone can use this application. There is no need to train. Yes, you just simply high level training is required for this, as I say. So we have taken a stock to stock transfer. STOs are also considered in this application. Once the STO is created, the STO will reflect in this application. We just have to scan in each transition. If you see in each transition, by simply one or two click, one is a material click and one is a destination bin or a bin click. In 2 to 3 scan will post the transition, means that if I if practically if we see, if we want to execute some Migo movement, it will take at least hardly 1 minute if the end user is highly practiced. If we see in the application level, we will just in simply 1 or 2 click, that will take hardly 2 to 3 seconds to complete the transition. So yes, plan to plan transfer, we have taken the STOs over here. So in STOs, the thing is same. We just have to scan the material. We just have to give the quantity. Actually, you can give the partial quantities also. Yes, we are allowing here. But if you want to, yes, we can do. And if you don't want, we will mitigate the application to that. Okay. So you just have to click the transfer button. The material document number and transfer number is created. So one major transition which each warehouse is using, actually two are remaining. One is a physical inventory and other is a bin and QR store, bin and QR scan. So I will take you through first bin and QR scan. So in bin and QR scan, if you are moving in the warehouse, if someone wants to scan that particular bin and know the stock of that particular bin, if the auditor comes and know that particular bin stock, which will match, which he just want to match with the background system. So yes, you can take it. So you just have to scan that particular bin or that particular material in the same, in one. I will take you through this first. Material scan. So you just have to scan the material. System will show the available stock of that particular material, and the same functionality will be applicable for bin button functionality also. So in bin button, you just simply have to scan that particular bin. Once the bin is scanned, the bin, actually in this bin only one material is available, that's why it is saying only one material. The n number of material, if there are n number of material, then system will show the n number of materials. And the last transition, I will take you through this physical inventory. In physical inventory, once the physical inventory is activated against that particular bin location, or in IM level, you will say the storage location. Yes, that particular physical inventory will reflect here. We just have to open that. We just have to scan that particular bin for that physical inventory activation. Physical inventory. Okay. Okay. So it will show, system will show the available stock. It will only show the stock. It will not show the available numbers, available quantity. So what user have to do? User have to scan and enter the number manually. Actually, this functionality is not currently available because I am sitting ideal in office. This functionality, once user have to scan that particular material, then only he will get to know, this field will be editable for him to enter the available quantity. So I'm marking it at a 0. Okay. So once it is done, user just have to confirm it, that inventory count will be added. Yes, anyone can take the inventory difference from the backend system. So this is our application in which we have considering the inbound, outbound, physical inventory, internal transfers. So I'm saying that this application is very user friendly. Anyone can use it. It will reduce your time. It will reduce your required manpower for day-to-day operations. Yes. So Murli, that's it from my side. You can take this session ahead, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for really wonderful presentation and explanation of the application. So Nikita, can you quickly share the question poll?
Yes.
So we request you all to respond to our question poll. This will really help us to connect with you one-on-one. So the first question here is, are you facing any challenges in current warehouse management activity due to manual process? The second is, are you planning to digitalize your current inventory or warehouse management processes or activity? And third is, would you like to have the detailed discussion? We would like to have a detailed discussion with our team for Crave CWMS solution, the end-to-end solution which we explain right now in today's webinar. So request you to respond to your questions so that we will connect separately. I would just quickly take some of the, I just wanted to check some question and answers are also there. So I think, yes, Mr. Manish, we have received your um, a point for RFID solution and we'll connect with you. So I think there are no any question and answer in today's session. So Nikita, if anybody wants to ask the question, even we can unmute, right? So
Yes, if anyone have any question, I can allow
so
them
please
to
raise your
speak.
hand if
Yeah.
anyone has any question over here um, through the chat, so that either you can ask your question or you can type your question over here.
Yes, Manish, you can speak.
My name is Rahul, by the way.
Actually, I like Manish is the name that is appeared here.
Okay, no
So,
problem.
anyways,
Yeah, I'm from Nandan Petrochemical Limited company, and I just want to know this warehouse management system, which is barcode, RFID, or QR code scanning, which you have implemented. I hope you must have implemented in many companies and many warehouses. So, would want to know whether you have implemented anywhere in lube industry, lube factory, or lube warehouse, or any FMCG company.
No, actually not. We have currently working with pharma and food industries only. But yes, if you share the detailed requirement with us, yes, we can work with that lube industries also, no issue.
And
But
what
because
about,
Mhm.
sorry to interrupt you. Please continue, sir.
Sorry, you please continue.
Yeah. So along with this this QR code, have you done RFID implementation as well?
Yes, we are currently working for this RFID implementation. When implementation is going on, no issue. Actually,
Okay.
the whatever application I have described in RFID thing, we have the higher level of automation we can consider. Because
True.
in then QR code thing, someone have to scan it. But in RFID thing, the system will automatically fetch the data when that particular object is moved from that particular RFID coverage. That kind of automation level we can achieve.
So yes, so because see, there is a huge amount of manual intervention, even though you get to digitize some of your activities, but still you are dependent on the people, wherein they have to scan it and then the system will process.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why
there is
that's why
always,
I'm
yeah,
yes.
there is
That's right.
always possibility to material being transferred from one location to another location, one bin to another bin without scanning. And later what happens, there is a huge number of mismatches which happens whenever you take the stocks. So to avoid
Mhm.
such kind of situations, what this RFID is a solution,
Yes.
because in your dispatch also you may dispatch it without scanning as well, so system will not recognize, and so you may end up sending excess material or short material or mismatches, so
Exactly.
which,
That's the simple we can say at a not a disadvantage, but yes, it's a limitation of the QR code system. Yes. But when we go the RFID, once the RFID stack that particular tag is pasted on that particular material, you just have to take that material through that coverage. There is no need to have some manual intervention that someone have to scan it. There is no need to have some manual integration. Just take that particular RFID from that coverage, the system will fetch it. So yes, you as you are saying that huge manpower is required for scanning, yes, in RFID thing, it will eliminate it, right?
Yes, so we are very keen to implement RFID solution for our factories and warehouses. So I would request your team if they can coordinate and let us see how this can be taken forward for us.
Yes, our sales team will approach you shortly on this. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, thanks. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Manish, sorry, Rahul, please share your email address so that our team can get back to you.
I will.
We have one question.
I think Rahul has
from-
already
yeah.
connected, right?
Right.
Somebody from Nandan is already connected
Right.
with us, so we'll check that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So
We
I'm
have
seeing-
one more question.
Yes,
How-
Raja Rajuji.
Yeah.
Yes. He is asking that how flexible is your WMS for integration with Scan ACP and JD. Yes, surely. Yeah, that I have clearly mentioned. This application is currently integrated with the SAP, but yes, we can integrate with the JD Edward also if required on Oracle was also no issue.
लेकिन हमने PO जो डाला था ना सर लुब्रिकेंट में डाला था प्लान में GRPO ले लिया अकाउंट ने AP भी बुक कर दिया
For this thing, Rajaji, I will request you to share the some short kind of requirement to our team so that our team will reach you on this. Yeah, sure, sir. Our team will connect with you.
So I guess we don't have any more question. So we will close the webinar.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, sure, Nikita. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining today's webinar. And we look forward to connect with you all in one-on-one discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yep.
Thank you all.